Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Over Coffee, where we discuss coffee over coffee. One of the questions I'm always asked, regularly asked, is how do you brew your coffee? Somebody will call me or they'll email me and they say they're trying to brew their coffee. They're trying to get the right relationship, the right ratio between coffee grounds and water. And then they'll give me the name of some brewing system I've never heard with a bunch of numbers and digits behind it. And then unfortunately, I just can't keep up with every single brewing system that's out there. But what I wanted to give you is a rule of thumb, I would say, that you can use on almost any brewing system. And this rule of thumb will get you a very good and consistent cup of coffee from one system to the next. And it's simply a ratio, 15-1 or 16-1. If you like a little more of a bold coffee, then you want to go with a 15-1. If you want a coffee that's not quite as bold, you want to go with the 16-1. Now, what do I mean by that? I have some examples here. So this is the 15-1. Now, here at Mavericks, we have a nice scale here, and it's very accurate down to the gram. And most people don't have this at home, but suffice it to say, we take 38 grams of coffee, and then I have some water that's pre-weighed out here. It's just around 580 grams. So if I'm going to do the math here, for every 1 gram of coffee, I'm going to put in 15 grams of water. So 38 times 15 will get me roughly about 570, 580, somewhere in there. Okay, that's the ratio. Now, if I wanted a cup of coffee that wasn't quite as bold, then I can keep the same grams of coffee, which would be 38, and I could just actually increase the water if I wanted. And then this one would come in just over 600 grams. So you may not, or just around 600 grams. I might have to be short a little few drops of water there. But the point is that relationship, whether I'm going to be brewing on a pour over system or I'm going to be brewing maybe on a Mr. Coffee, any system where you can control the amount of water that's dispensed, you can do this. You could do it with a French press, like we have back here. I would simply just weigh out my coffee before I put it in there. Then I make sure to weigh out the water. Now, do I weigh out the water every time? No, I don't. So what I'll notice here is on my decanters here, there's a little line. There's the number 4 for the 4 cup. A little under there, a little over there. So I can just dispense the water really quickly and have a very good idea where I'm going to be at. Now, something else to keep in mind is I could just put less coffee in. Instead of putting 38 grams of coffee in, I could put 36 grams of coffee in. Now, all of a sudden, this amount of water can be basically the same ratio. So you could play with the numbers. For those of you who don't use grams, and I only use grams when I'm brewing, we typically do just under 1.4 ounces. So if you're at home and you have a scale and you do about 1.4 ounces, if you're saying, right, I don't have a scale, try 3 tablespoons. And then take around a 20-ounce cup of water, and you should be very close to your 15-1. And if you want it to be a little less strong, just do another ounce of water, and that will dilute that just a little bit, and so you won't be quite as strong. 15-1 is if you want a strong coffee. 16-1 if you want a little less strength in your coffee. You're still going to have a good flavor. And this is pretty much true across all brewing platforms. I hope that's helpful to you. Have a good day.